ain't mending them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'm a on them, just like my keys, drop my on the dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical. I'm not India, my Siamese brother Benjamin. That's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins. I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid. 800, eat a.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister.
Yeah.
This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name. I create and find change. My mind frame ensures that forever I'll reign.
Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. Two teams more than ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Ford Field. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Clifford. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. But he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
On down to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Clifford. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Clifford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Clifford.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10
as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 of the 6. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Clifford. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Montez Sweat able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Swift going to try up the middle. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter shift to your defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They'll go again with Gibson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd and 12, Powell. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. But right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Clifford. And here he's got Graham. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is Swift on the counter. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
2nd and 5. Once again, it's Swift. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Clifford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And in for the Lions, touchdown. T.J. Hockenson from 17 yards out. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 41, Powell. And his pass incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they carry speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. A gain of 22.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Deshaun Elliott up to make the play defensively.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Room here to run. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 31 yards. And the Commanders have taken the lead. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score. Commanders 14, Lions 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm not much a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Real partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, Clifford. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
I can spin this negative ways. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He completes it to Beckham. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Clifford. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. And he's got room. And they work this out past the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Once more, Gibson. It was Therese Hall that time who was able to get him down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's 2nd and 10. play action. It's Howell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Montez Sweat with a tackle.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. 92 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Here's Swift, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Washington looking for another timeout, and they get it. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On second down, Swift. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And Johnson's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Sly able to put this one through, and that moves throws them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. To throw on second down, Callaway. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him there. Find him. Find him.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Gibson again. The tackle there by Malcolm Rodriguez.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They didn't want to crash in the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Callaway. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A handoff running left is Gibson. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you, the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down limit.
No daylight for him to run through there. tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Sly able to put this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Operating from the gun. Clifford. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
To throw on third down, Clifford. They're connecting here with DJ Shark. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Clifford. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hackinson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And this
open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. From 21 yards away. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Lions have recovered. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Operating from the gun, Callaway looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 3-yard touchdown pass as his guys are able to extend their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Commanders 27, Lions 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Clifford. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. Another completion there. And, you know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career, an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't play well, it can be an albatross.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
Maybe one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A give up the middle to Gibson. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice and productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing on 1st down. Callaway over the middle, complete. It's Thomas. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the 15-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Back to throw. Callaway. This is caught.
Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
Curtis Samuel. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
His kick is good.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On 1st and 10, Clifford.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Back to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Pass complete on the out route to Beckham.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
10 yards. That's another Lions.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit.
A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. In motion comes the tight end left. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Callaway. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. He had the good earlier, throwing his first career touchdown pass. Now the bad, his first career interception.
So you had to have some balance at some point, right? Isn't that what we all seek in our lives? But here's the thing. He had the success, you mentioned it, through the touchdown pass. Sometimes you press it a little bit more, try a few other things, but that's how you learn. He'll throw a few more interceptions along the way, but I bet he'll balance that with a heck of a lot more touchdown passes, too.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And a good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
On first down, Clifford. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
To throw on second down, Clifford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
Johnson's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a 1-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one?
I put a star. I put a star. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Looking to throw on second down. Clifford, open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
To throw on second down. Callaway. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards and time on second down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Callaway. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
They'll try the left side with Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking to throw on second down. Callaway. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Clifford. He's airing it out for Williams. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He's airing it out for Williams. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Fielded at the 20. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want for football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Second and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Callaway. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not that many places to throw the football, I think.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime? You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Callaway gets this to Gibson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll manage to get out of bounds. It's a first down. And the clock stops with just over 20 seconds to play. Give him 18 on the play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. To throw on second down. Callaway. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his own. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield. So they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
A CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to